Hello and welcome to the National Baseball League. I'm gonna go for the games for yesterday, and I tried something new today. I made the score small so I could fit 12 games on here, not 9. So there's 12 games on just this board. There's 3 on the other one to make 15 games. So everybody played yesterday, and we'll start as usual. Hold on. All right, so I just fix that up real quick, and so. We got a lot to cover, so we'll start with the Portland Anchors and the San Francisco Firebirds. I don't know if I'm going to cover this tonight or not. Oh yeah, I gotta do that after this. So the Portland Anchors lose this one 5-1. The problem is they can't score. The Firebirds, some great defense and pitching here. 5-1 win for the Firebirds. Take a 1-0 in the series lead. 10 hits for San Francisco, 4 hits for the Portland Anchors. No errors on the team. Firebirds take a 1-0 the series lead, and we move on to the Tampa Bay Titans and the Seattle Sasquatch. So, Tampa Bay Titans, they blank out the Seattle Sasquatch 4-0 on 11 hits. Similar to Portland, they can't score. Great job, but the Titans here to blank them 4-0. So that's a good way to start a series at home. A 4-0 shutout win. Despite having an error, they still got the shutout. Then we head to the game matchup with the Houston Cosmos and the Montreal Expos. So Kyle Harrison, the Houston starting pitcher for this game, he pitched five straight perfect innings. Not shutout innings, not no-hit innings, perfect innings. Not a single batter got on base. Until the 6th inning, then he blew everything. But other than that, the Cosmos won 8-1. Not really much happened other than Houston just continue offensively exploding. Kyle Harrison. Cosmos led the series 1-0. Then we head over to Albuquerque and Washington. And it just continues. It just continues. I think I'm going to cover this. I think I'm going to cover Game 2. I'm thinking about it. Because Albuquerque, they just keep winning. 13-6. 19 hits for the Aliens, 16 hits for the Monuments, 1 error. Absolute offensive overload for the Aliens. What are you gonna do as the Monuments? What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. This team is fascinating. Then we head to the Battle of New York. Crazy game between the Sailors and the Knights. The New York Sailors, a second straight win, this one just as close as the first game. 6-5 win, 14 hits for the Sailors, 13 hits, but the Knights, that error, probably went to extra innings. Sailors lead the series 2-0. So then we head to the Oakland Ocean and the Texas Twisters here. Game 6 of this board. I'm impressed I was able to get the... It still looks really nice. It's a little more cramped, but hey, it works. So the Oakland Ocean here, 4-3 run, another really close game. They got a lot more hits, but the Twisters, they were able to hold them, but they were able to prevent a lot of runs from scoring, but not enough. Ocean win 4-3, 1 error for the Twisters, so that always hurts. And since Texas took Game 1. The series is tied at 1. Game 3 is tomorrow. Game 3 is today. And then the series wraps up tomorrow. It's a 4-game series. 4 games. Then we head to downtown Detroit. First of the 3 games is between the Motors and the Liberty. The Motors open it with a 3-0 shutout over the Philadelphia Liberty. 5 hits both teams. Motors with an error, but they still are able to shut them out. Very good start for the Motors. They lead 1-0. Then we head to the San Diego Seals and the Las Vegas Gamblers. Similar to Washington. A very similar game. Just look at the numbers. Las Vegas, they scored a decent amount of runs. But, yeah, bad pitching. Really bad pitching. Both teams, but more so Vegas. Oh my, 15, oh my. Similar to Washington, 13 runs coming up yet. That's an awful game. Awful game in terms of pitching. On both sides, but especially for Vegas, and for the Washington Albuquerque game, especially for Washington. Then we head to downtown Toronto. The the Huskies and the Gators. So, a pretty close game between the two. 10 hits for New Orleans, and for the Huskies, just 8 hits, 1 error, and that does it. Huskies won it 5-4, probably in extra innings. They lead the series 1-0. Then we head to Atlanta for the first of a 3-game set between the Atlanta Arrows and the Utah Raptors. Pretty close game between the two teams. Raptors win 6-5, 8 hits apiece, 1 error for the Utah Raptors. But they still got the win. That's the thing. This one's weird. They still got the win. Made it not exactly a great game. Maybe some mistakes pitching. But the Raptors, they outscored their mistakes and they won this game 6-5. Then we get the Boston Whalers and the Cincinnati Stingers. I'm going to double check, but I believe it's 2 already met. Have they met already? Yes, they have. Boston took 2 out of 3. First of a 3-game series, Stingers win 2-0. Their second series this year. Stingers win 2-0 to open the series. 7 hits for Cincinnati, 5 hits for the Whalers, 1 error. So Boston, they're shut out. See how they respond today in Game 2. Final game of the sport. Chicago Rattlers and the Edmonton Eagles. Blowout win. The Eagles just offensive. They just didn't let up. Some bad Railers pitching here. Bad pitching. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Railers. That 1 error is never going to do you any favors. The Eagles, 9 runs, 13 hits. Just really, their bat showed up, and they kind of ran away with it. And they won the game 9-2 to lead the series 1-0. So that'll do it for this board. But here's board number 2. See you in a moment. So here's board number 2. This will be real quick, just 3 games. And what I decided to do is I'm just going to blank that one out. So, just so it doesn't look weird. So just 3 games here. So we have the Orlando Sunrays and the Minnesota North Stars. Sunrays they just had a bad game. No sugarcoating. They can't hit. 6 hit. Okay, well, they get 6 hits, so they can at least hit somewhat. But they can't, hit in, multiple times. They can't go repeatedly in succession. So they get 6 hits. They're only able to bring 1 run home. 1 error. Northern Lights, they just outscore them by a mile. Blowout win, 11-1. 10 hits and 2 errors, but the errors don't matter for the Northern Lights. That's the way to start a series. The league 1-0. Then we had to St. Louis and Columbus. The Stars here. Which one thing I did find out a bit ago is that there was an Negro League team with the same name, so the name comes from somewhere. The name has something, and it's not completely random. Kind of is though, but because I didn't do that intentionally, but I guess it honors that. Other than that, the Stars here, they win 7-6. Both teams 12 hits, a really close game. Columbus, they just can't do it in extras. Can't do it in extras. Stars, probably most likely they walked it off in extras. 7-6. They lead the series 1-0. Crucial error for the Aviators. Why? This team is just heartbreaking. Seems good at breaking my heart. Like, so what the? Still that? What the? It's gone. Oh, maybe it's not. No, you're not gonna. There we go. It's final game, the Memphis Blues and the Vancouver Grizzlies. Another really close game. Blues win 7-6 over the Grizzlies. 9 hits for Memphis, no errors. 8 hits, 1 error. Not similar to Columbus. They did something similar. Just can't do it in extras. Blues win 7-6. Memphis leads 1-0. So that'll pretty much do it. I'm Thomas, your host. No, we're position. See ya.